Pillars of Pentegarn, an endless quest book. A scaly, bark-covered hand wraps its long, thin fingers around your shoulder. A wispy voice whispers, "Excuse me, friend. I need to tidy up around you." Your friend tree lowers a branch, and you climb on eagerly. You're always happy to rest in trees' branches and watch your friends scurry around the forest. You are Jamie, a young villager living at the edge of a mysterious forest. Although the people of your village tell tales of woodland terrors and ferocious beasts lurking in these woods, you've spent your happiest moments rambling through the forest, climbing trees' craggy trunk, and playing with your friends, Fox and Owl. While trees' leafy fingers straighten flower stems and brushes knobby roots, you listen to them discuss a party of adventurers with Fox and Owl. "I thought them an exceptional group," Tree says. "When they built their campfire, they gathered only dead wood. They did not break any of my branches, nor did they carve my bark. When they left, they put out their fire and cleaned their campsite." "Well, I think they're headed for trouble," says Fox. "I followed them when they left this morning. They went off toward the river, but then they backtracked and started towards the Pillars of Pentegarn." Owl gasps. "Ooh, the Pillars of Pentegarn? Surely you are mistaken." "No way, Birdbane," Fox snaps. "Do you think I have this nose for nothing? I can track anything, and their little tricks aren't going to fool me. If they say they're going to the Pillars of Pentegarn, that's where they're going." There's a long silence. The Pillars of Pentegarn lie in the most frightening part of the forest, and not even the bravest creatures go there. "Hide," Tree says suddenly. "Fast. I see goblins coming up the path." You jump down and skitter under a bush. Owl flutters high to Tree's branches, and Fox hides behind a rock, then changes his mind and runs for the forest. He's in plain sight when the goblins march into the clearing. Without pausing, the goblins throw their spears at Fox. He yelps and runs into the bushes. The spears miss him, but they thud solidly into Tree, whose breeze-like groans pass unheard by the monsters. "Missed," grunts one. "Doesn't matter. Folks taste bad," answers another. "Don't care about taste. Hunting is fun part." The largest goblin rips its spear out of Tree, then drops to all fours and sniffs the ground. "Girl scoff," it says, picking up a white kerchief. "They been here. Close now." The goblins crowd around their leader, pushing and shoving each other. Finally, the largest goblin pushes its way from the crowd and runs down the trail toward the river. The others continue to follow. When the last goblin pounds down the path, you scurry out from beneath your bush and rush to Tree. He moans softly, and his branches sway in pain. You inspect the wounds and plug them with some wet, clean moss. The flow of sap slowly stops. Tree is calmed, and only an occasional movement of his branches tells you that he suffers some pain. Owl climbs down as soon as you finish patching Tree's tongue. A goblin spear has pierced his left wing. "Do not be overly concerned," gasps Owl. "They just winged me." You remove the spear and carefully press a pad of moss onto the wound. Fox returns and inspects his wounded friends. "Wow. Can you imagine what they'll do to those adventurers?" he asks. "I don't want to think about it," you say. "But you must," urges Tree. "If we don't warn them, they don't stand a chance. We must do something." "Don't look at me. I can't warn them," Fox says. "You're the only human I'm on speaking terms with." "Fox is correct," Owl says. "You are the only human I've ever met who talks to animals. It'd be useless for Fox or myself to attempt to warn adventurers. They would not understand us. You must warn them, Jamie." Vote 1 to warn the adventurers of the danger, or vote 2 to return home, deciding you are too frightened to risk meeting the goblins. Again, that's 1 to warn the adventurers of their danger, or 2 to return home, deciding you are too frightened to risk goblins. Have a lovely and blessed day.